What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Booiaka Podcast. You're used to be around big money.
Lots of money.
From the mic to the floor, let the rhythm take control. Feel the fire in your soul.
Please take 1 second to subscribe, follow us, like, and comment. We'd love to hear your feedback.
Where music, stories, movement come alive. If you feel it in your soul, then you already know. Welcome to the rhythm. Welcome to the show.
Today, the theme is persuasion and performance. And we do it today with a special guest that has worked for a very long time with Jordan Belfort. A Wolf of Wall Street. Yes.
Clap your
If you've seen the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, you may know what I'm talking about. Please welcome to the Booiaka Podcast, Oscar Maldonado.
Clap your hands.
Thank you.
You're used to be around big money.
Lots of money. And I'm telling you, it's one of the most empowering things, and
Well, selling is the number one thing for every, entrepreneur. We want to know all about it. I want to know all the secrets. What would you say is one persuasion principle that people must master before to even try to sell anything?
And that's a great question. So one of those principles, you're actually actively doing it, as a host. And you don't realize that. Unconsciously, you're locked in. Your physiological state is locked in. A lot of people think that words are the most important things that you must master. Obviously, it makes a key difference. But 55% is body language. 38% is tonality. And then 7% is words. So when someone thinks, oh, I'm going to say the wrong thing, I don't want to sound stupid, creating these limiting beliefs, and that's one of the biggest procrastinators. That's one of the biggest mental handicaps that people develop nowadays, because that's why a lot of great ideas are not exposed early. Leslie Brown once said a lot of the future, a lot of the million-dollar ideas are in the graveyard because a lot of people felt like, they're insecure about what they were going to say when it really didn't matter.
Right.
So the biggest key thing, your audience can really see you and your body gestures, because that's what's really going to mimic your behavior. And it's also going to set you up for success when it comes to certain tonalities. When you're excited, you're going to sound excited. When you sound certain, you're going to, either do a clap motion. Typically what happens is certain behavior kicks in to where if you just stand around, your tone tends to be more monotone, right?
Yeah.
When you want to sound excited, you tend to move around a little more, right?
Yeah.
So the body's in motion. That's one of the key principles, going back to your question of when it comes to mastering the art of it.
You made me think about an amazing, incredibly amazing masterclass with Fort Riley. We just mentioned her.
I love that. Yeah, I love
Everybody
Fort.
loves
Yeah.
her. She's doing a pitching training. She caught me off guard because I thought that she was just speaking and everybody was just listening, like a workshop.
Yeah.
But she actually engaged with people, and so she had this dance in the beginning. So
Uh-huh.
everybody were dancing,
Yep.
and then after the dance, she was like, "Okay, Tatiana, tell me about you. Who are you?" And I'm like, "Is this live?" Like,
Yeah.
I was not expecting
So
that.
she got into state by
This is a foundation of a program that I'm just launching now, which is called Booiaka Academy, that
Right.
is about practice, because that is all you need. And people are like invaded and overly saturated with content right now without understanding that the main thing is practice. Like you have to be on the spot. You have to have the spotlight.
Right.
You have to know and understand and feel what the adrenaline
Right,
is.
right, right.
And we were just talking about it. I told you like 5 minutes before to go on, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm sweating.
The
like,
hot flashes.
The
camera hot flashes.
the camera hot flashes. But
Yeah.
so I'm a highly believer of energy. And you also are the manager and event coordinator of Dave & Buster's.
Yes.
What did you bring in this new venture from everything that you have learned with the speakers and all the trainings and seminars and all
Sure.
the things you have done, the influence that those speakers
Yeah. So I would say a pipeline of relationships, right? Existing relationships within the community of Hollywood, plus my skill set.
Okay.
Right, my skill set of being able to pick up the phone without questioning my beliefs, my
You were
my
a
talents.
seller for them.
Right,
Let me
right.
just clarify for the listener.
I did a 4-year stint with Jordan Belfort, 4-year plus, and then over the phone, we still have a great
That's
relationship.
incredible, by the way. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Senior global sales executive, started from ground up, worked my way up, alongside with him, and then from there, as we revamped his straight line persuasion system, which is now Straight Line Sales Certification, which is a virtual platform you can get access to high-level sales training, right, and marketing training. We started to host these private masterminds, and to get access to these private masterminds, it was $25,000 a seat, right? And we would only have limited seats, and so we would, obviously, we'll pick up the phone, reach out to, not only just wealthy individuals that need the knowledge to be able to scale their entrepreneurship and their businesses and so on, right? But we would also reach out to celebrities,
How long ago was it, and how did you guys reach out? I'm gonna write all the notes.
Sure.
So was it a call?
Yeah, so we would love, one thing in sales, especially working with the real Wolf of Wall Street, it's like, you always pick up the phone.
Yep.
It's the bat
matter
line,
what
that's the
era
money
it is,
line.
I
You're
know.
not going to get away from a phone. Your
Yeah.
phone, you sleep next to your phone, you live with your phone. Like it's, the beauty of it's
That's
not
true.
it's not tied to a cord anymore.
Sure.
So, and some people are like, man, that sounds like a stressful life. But when you come accustomed to, hey, that's how you generate your wealth. That's that's exactly how you are able to communicate faster. You come to realize, there's the positive side of being available on your phone most
Would you
often.
agree that the online has taken over the
Yes,
calls right
yes.
now?
I mean, online was one of our ways to communicate with
Okay.
most of these talent managers, and then assistants, executive assistants, and then would reach the actual person. The beauty of working with the Real Wolf of Wall Street, he had a movie tied to him, so it wasn't really hard to get access to these high level people.
Right.
It was a matter of just
Of a phone call. Yeah.
and then talking to an executive assistant, and then from there patching those into the actual person, and then setting something up, right? Either a strategic partnership, a podcast interview, or an invite to a private mastermind.
When you talk about the old mastermind,
Yeah.
was it several speakers coming in the same room? Was it like a seminar?
A private mastermind was a one-on-one. Think of it as a one-on-one, but
Okay.
instead of a one-on-one, you have an elite group that join together for a 2-day event
Okay.
to learn from the Real Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
His entrepreneurship skills. If you're a speaker, you're going to learn how marketing. You're going to learn everything the Wolf knows when it comes to influencing, persuading.
Yeah.
And also the psychology of the inner game, mindset, beliefs, and state management. You're coming to this event to solve a problem.
I'm curious
Yeah.
about one thing.
Uh-huh.
The clientele. What type of clients did he have?
The beauty of working with JB is like it was just about every type of ideal client. Mostly salespeople. So if you're a broker, if you're a salesperson, that's obviously
Real
that's our bread and butter.
estate,
But the thing Jordan did was he did live events. So it's any business that was looking for a great speaker to motivate their team, to motivate their audiences, promoters that are looking to sell a really great event.
Yeah.
That think about Jordan Belfort. It's like, hey, what is his fee? Let's bring him on. He can talk about the story of the movie.
Yeah, because I'm saying to pay $25,000.
Yeah. You would have to be a CEO.
You would have to be, that's what I'm saying.
A CEO of a.
We're talking about high ticket.
Right, high ticket, high ticket. Like if you do, because I mean, as you can imagine, me being in the front lines of that conversation, it's like, hey, you inquired about, booking Jordan for a private consultation. It's $25,000. What? $25,000 for an hour?
Yeah.
I better record every second of this. It's like, what am I going to learn in 25? So that's not the ideal
Was
person.
$25,000 an hour?
An hour, yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's not
I
the-
thought a seminar. Full,
We would pivot over to a 2-day mastermind, which we would only have twice or once a year.
What year was this?
that's
The movie came out in 2013?
2011.
Oh,
2011,
11?
yeah,
Okay.
2011. When you get to a certain level in your entrepreneur life, you're going to notice that sometimes your sales process is not broken. Sometimes the marketing is right.
Yeah.
And
That would have been my next question.
Right.
What's the difference now?
Right.
What would you say?
It's a matter of leveraging your contacts now.
Of course.
And what is it going to take for me to get access to just examples, people that know. It's like, Leonardo DiCaprio. What is it going to take for me to get access to certain individuals? And so a lot of times, the people that were looking to solve certain problems, they were looking like, hey, what company, do you know across channels, across the sea that I need to connect with so I can open up another branch of business?
Right.
That's going to be worth $25,000 over, an hour.
Yeah.
Because you're opening up a new business in China, in Europe, where Jordan knows that lay of the land, and he can help you scale your business over there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, transparent, even when you did execute a $25,000 wire, he wouldn't just give you an hour. This was like a solidified partnership, and he would obviously make it worth every single single cent. He was looking to solve your problem, and if you felt like he wasn't able to, which never did, but you would be part of the mastermind. So
is there something that he ever said that you still take with you?
Yeah. Every cell is the same. It's a transference of emotion, and that emotion is essentially energy, and that energy is absolute certainty. So that's one thing that he's always stuck by, and it's so true. Everyone's selling each other. Money's the same. It exchanges hands, comes in and goes out, right? But it's the value, right? The commodity, it's tied to the commodity of value, right? You're essentially trading something that's been traded before, something that currently exists that someone deems valuable, And so that's why his ideals were, every cell is the same, it's so much tying those beliefs and creating a system behind it,
right?
That is the same,
yeah.
And essentially,
it's a structure.
It's a structure, it's a methodology, and you're mastering the art of influence
Absolutely.
in a way where you've mastered your inner thoughts, and now you work on your outer world skills, which is, how to pitch, how to be perceived an expert in your field, how to master the first 3 seconds, how to control conversations, how to build massive rapport, how to ask intelligent questions, right, and then kind of guide every conversation down to essentially a close.
Yeah.
So every cell is the same.
The known CTA.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So, and
it's true. It's
people that say yes, they say yes in an empowered way, not in a defeated way. When you want to convince someone of your beliefs or your vision, you do it in such a way to where you're so certain that, man, this works. This is the solution for you. I want to either partner up with you and really make this happen. And this is what I'm thinking.
I always say it's about how they feel,
right.
You make them feel.
Exactly.
I know it's
not the product, it's you.
It is you. It is how much energy you're giving. Because if I think about my business, I truly believed in every person that belonged to my community, my movement, my community, because I sometimes more than them.
Yeah. That happens all the time.
I was obsessed to make them successful. Like for me, it was so inspired by this, but I still am. I'm passionate, yes, and I still am. And I think about like seminars and conferences, and oh my God, I took so many seminars, and I took so many. But now they are helping me so much.
Right.
Like, and people will be like, well, you're a dance teacher, or, you're a dance instructor, whatever. No, I created a business around that.
Exactly.
And because I've learned the sales, the pitching, the energy, and all the things that we do. And I think...
Now they align.
Yes. You said the right word. That's what I think in the end, when it aligns, it is successful, no matter what. Right. Like, I love this. I love that you said that word.